Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Eddie Marcus, spokesman and advocate of basic human rights for all people. I am an agent of God. The only reason is because I gave my life away. I threw it away. God grabbed it, brought me, and chose me to do something or work for Him. And I was trial qualified, sent across the country, put in all kinds of situations to learn the truth of life as it truly is. And I'm here, ladies and gentlemen, and I've been here for quite some time, as my story represents. But right now I'm here just to make a speech for those of you who've been waiting to hear comments from God in relationship to the election of 2016, and midterm serves as a referendum on man and God. The President of the United States represents man. On the other hand, regardless of all the evil in the world, it sees in itself and Trump, half the nation appears and approves and thinks it's great. On the other half, it thinks the idea of this representation is from the pit of hell, including Trump. A nation divided cannot stand and will not stand. Every action taken will be to further divide and maintain its own direction at the expense of the others. What is it that can heal this nation? It's not politics, not a race, gender, or nationality. It requires something bigger than that. It requires love. Love in oneself and an equal amount of love for every other person. Love flows like abundant waters of the earth, and only flows from God to those that have God within themselves. If there is ever to be victory for America, it requires a return for some and an introduction by many to God. God's will is no mystery out of man's reach. Looking within, you see the glory of God. For in so doing, you recognize how your human survival has been made possible. There was once a time when lying, being a bigot, and blatant immorality, it was shunned. And it was shunned as evil. 2016, it is accepted as the way to get ahead. In early American settlement, taking land by law or the bullet was accepted by many. Forcing others into slavery was accepted. This current political and social construct is as evil today as was then. Yet, like then, the people okayed it. This conduct reflects the making of a dictatorship, where the people throw themselves into bondage to please evil servants that benefit them. People stop believing in a God of love when they can't control God, whose values and characteristics are different than their own. They never knew that life is meant to be a party and not a job. They do not understand that when coming to the party, some might bring bread, others meat, others nuts and wine, cheese, music, etc. Regardless of what you bring at the party, you had access to every gift there. Likewise, the gift of life is that everyone is blessed to participate in life with their gifts, which comes together to create for all of them the basic essentials for the survival of life of the humans, which are food, clothing, shelter, education, healthcare, and everything they need, they want, and desire, producing peace and prosperity and joy of life and the fulfillment of dreams without evil. And it does this for all of the people. Like the party, everyone gave a little and got a lot. Likewise in life, everyone gives a little and get full. But who is to tell the people about the great expectations of inheritance poured in by love? How are people to know when those that claim to have answers participate or accept the same principles of evil as everyone else? It will require courage. Courage to stand against the norm, to speak and act truth, which is the true power to those that perhaps are unknowingly promoting its opposite. Wherever and whenever it is ignored, ignorance is recognized, be it in the streets, in the church, in government, in the home. Courage must stand, not to be loved, but rather to love. This 2016 midterm process as a referendum on man and God shows the limitations of man, and it offers an opening to God. While evil was definitely on the ballot, the choice from its counter was a return to that which led to this nation to this point in the first place. Therefore, the choices are to grow deeper in evil, or through courage stand against the forces of wherever courage may be found. Courage of love, whereby life is a party. This is God. Maybe 2020 election will represent courage, love, and God. The choice is still yours. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not others. I've been whipped. I've been beat. I've been cleansed from all that you think the world is. To say to you, it's much more than that. Right now, it is so sad that America, where the whole world, according to what America has told us, looked up to America to be symbolic of that which was pure, of that which is good, to be kind and loving, to the extent that wherever in the world people are suffering from despots, from governments that's persecuting, abusing, raping, and killing, slaughtering, robbing, and they seem to have no recourse, they just pick up and start running. Where you running to? We run into the borders of the United States of America. They say they got a God over there. But little did they know, as these will find, that God is not in America no more. In America, they're putting up barbed wire fences. They're bringing in the military with guns, where if you get so upset you might throw a rock, the leadership would have you shot. And half the nation approves of it. Why? Because it protects them. It gave them the land of the Indians. It gave them the work of the slaves. And now to kill you because you're coming in saying you want a bit. You want a piece of it. Don't you know that America is sinking? The leadership of America came in with crooks. Everybody, it seems, were liars and cheaters and what you might fill in that blank. And now they are being prosecuted, they are being arrested, they are being subpoenaed. Even the president and his whole family. And yet, half of America thinks it's great. In fact, half of America wants to shut any investigation down, for evil in their mind must stand. Evil is the only way they can make it in their own minds. I come to tell you today, ladies and gentlemen, you got to speak truth to power. You got to be truth and in power to say to all that this is God's world, and anybody that bows down to Satan, you do so because you don't know any better. Now, how could you know better? As I indicated earlier, who told you that God was good? Who told you that God prepared that you could do just a little bit? Express your gift. Give a piece of your bread. Express your gift. Give a piece of your wine. Express yours, my friend. And watch the houses and the food and the clothes. Watch the education. Watch the health care progress to the degree that nobody could be ignorant unless ignorance was required at a moment in time. And everybody could smile. Nobody's hating. That's God's way. And so, ladies and gentlemen, as I stand before you today getting ready to make my exit, earlier in this 2016 presidential run, there were things that happened. They said it was the skinheads. They said it was the nationalists. They said it was the Ku Klux Klan. They said it was all of those different hate groups. They said it was white people. But in this election, ladies and gentlemen, half the nation agreed and agrees with what's going on. Who came to the people and say, evil is on the throne for Republicans, evil is on the throne for the Democrats? If anybody said it, who listened? They didn't count those votes of those who didn't show. And so evil had the whole stage. Anywhere you went, evil rose. And now it has been solidified. This is a referendum on man and God. The path that you're on is a path to destruction, and it is a path laid down by man. And just so those of you who may have a little mental problem, let me tell you again, if you've ever gone to a party, a birthday party, a class celebration, or just a house party, and especially those where everybody bring a hot dish, and everybody laughs and speaks, and everything is there for everybody to enjoy. That's the party. You understand that. What you don't understand is that God gave you a gift. And your gift might play a little role in the food production process. Just a little role. You don't produce all the food, but just a little role in the process. Maybe you plant seeds. Maybe you just go through the field after the harvest is done and collect seeds. Maybe you just dig a little ditch or dig a little row so it can be planted. Maybe some of you just carry a little cement so that a bridge, as we prepare to do the infrastructure that make this nation beautiful. Maybe all some of you do is carry the nails or carry the drills, the power sources. Some of you might just drive the truck. That's all you do. But it's all required. It's required in that great work, in this great party of creating our heaven on earth that is designed for God, which eliminates lying, cheating, stealing, and killing. All crime is eliminated. That comes from God. You're not going to hear that from the church. The church is not going to give you that information. It lacks the courage. And for those of you who do not know why the church and even you, the citizens of America, lack that courage, is because the people of America have accepted that anyone who stands up and speaks for love by the power of God is killed by the opposite. And so, rather than even contemplate standing up for truth, you play the game because they pay you to play the game. You don't have to worry about anything. Just play the game. Everything is going to be all right until every last one of you are led to the lowest totem of that hell-based situation of life. So, you got what you wanted. You got what you are. You got a president that lies and cheats and steals and don't even care that you know it. Not only that, half of the Senate, even more of that, accepts exactly what that lying, cheating brother does. And they are supporting that lying, cheating brother, saying, this is what we want, when they know it's producing insufficient health care for the rest. They know that it would not allow the people to go to school and get the best education that they can get. They know it would not produce the kind of, or make available to the public the jobs that are essentially necessary to engage people so they can be a part of the ownership of what exists. They know this. But they don't know why. They don't know that there's another way. They don't know that there's another way. Where's this preacher in the mega church with all of that money that the evilness has prepared that it gets to shut his mouth? Where's that other mega church that evil has prepared a way that it can get good money to shut his mouth? Where's that other mega church? Whether it's black, whether it's white, whether they're on a bus or on a flight, that receives maybe not millions, but just enough to feel that they might be getting ahead. What you gonna do for God? Don't tell anybody that you're doing anything for God. I asked a young lady this morning, 18 years old. I said to her, I said, you're a young lady, and I know you were brought up in the church. You're a young lady now. You're stepping out into the world on your own. Answer a question for me. What do you think about the church? She said to me, I go because my parents make me go. And that is what has happened in America. Everybody goes to church because their parents make them go. So you set up a tradition. Everybody goes to church. It's like Christmas time. Everybody expecting something from Santa Claus. It's a tradition. December 25th, Santa Claus is coming. Santa Claus is going to bring you a gift. A tradition. You go to church as a kid. You grow up, you go to church. You grow up, you go to church. You're part of a process now. Regardless of what your state of mind, your state of heart, you go to church every now and then for tradition. And then your kids come and you bring them up in the church. What do they know? They know nothing but a bunch of Bible stories, because what preacher's going to walk out of that pulpit and say, by the power of God, you're going to treat people like God wants them to be treated. You're going to treat people like you want to be treated. And if you don't, kill me, because I will not be a part of this crap. I offer my life to you. What preacher's going to walk out there and say that? I refuse to live in sin. I refuse to be governed by the devil. And I don't care if all 300 million American people say, kill him, kill me. I'm not afraid of dying, and I know that you are going through the things that you're going through because you are. No, I'm not fussing. I'm just telling you the truth. It takes courage to do that. But even what I'm doing right now is not courageous, because I'm in a secret spot, private spot, speaking before a camera where nobody sees me, and going and post it on a social server where nobody can look back at me while I'm speaking to them. But I'm preparing myself to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming. I'm coming. Because I see families that have been split up over this lying, this unholy crap that we've accepted in America. Families, relationships, a whole nation. One side says it's red, another side says it's blue, and they all want the things of life. They all want the things at the party. Every last one of them got something to bring to the party. And somebody shuts the door and say, we don't want what you bring, except unless we take it and add it to ours, and we have a good time while you walk back from the borders that we would not allow you to come in. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that this is a very, very sad day for America yesterday, but today is the beginning of the opportunity for you to choose God. To choose God. If you blue want to be fulfilled, if you reds want to be fulfilled, you're going to have to choose love. And if you reject love, I promise you, you will not be filled. Not with what you were hoping, but hate, racism, animosity, bigotry. That's all that's in line for you on the path that you're on. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you for this. God has given me this moment. And I hope at least I did a halfway decent job. I had a few notes right there. As you can see, I'm an elderly gentleman now, and my vision is not too good, and I don't have that teleprompter, never did, so I do the best I can. Whatever I'm doing is genuine, and it's truth, and I do it in love. If I said anything to offend anybody, I only did it to wake you up. And if I was asleep, and if I am asleep and you think I am, you show me love, and I'll preach it. You show me love that can be experienced, not just for me, but for everyone. And I think we all know what I mean. Bye-bye.